Hello, this is Sherwin Rasmi, and going to be going over Scarborough's Reading Rope and the Science of Reading. I'm a grad student at Grand Canyon University. The first part of the task is to discuss what is the science of reading. And as you can see, above all, you have language comprehension, background knowledge, which consists of 5 categories: background knowledge, vocabulary, language structure, verbal reasoning, and literacy knowledge. And basically, your background knowledge is your facts, concepts. Vocabulary is your vocabulary. Language structure, syntax, semantics, verbal reasoning, inferences, metaphors, literacy knowledge, print concepts, genres. Then underneath you have word recognition, phonological awareness, syllables, phenoms, decoding, alphabetic principles, spelling, sight recognition of familiar words. And they are interwoven. It happens, it increases strategically on the first part, and on the second part it increases automatically, and they make a skilled reader. Next, we're going to discuss how language comprehension and decoding supports reading comprehension, which leads to being skilled readers. And that is very simply, language comprehension involves phonological awareness, knowing that, for example, the letter C makes a k sound. Decoding is the process of decoding written words on text into words. Sight recognition is understanding familiar words. Next, we're going to go over the science of reading, which goes over phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. The first part, phonemic awareness, is the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate sounds into spoken words. Phonics is understanding the relationships between phonemes and graphings. Fluency is the ability to read text accurately and with proper expression. Vocabulary, words a reader knows. Text comprehension, the process of constructing meaning from the text. Next is a description of how all these components are interrelated, and basically what that means is a student, if they're lacking in one area, they're not going to be successful in another area. So, for example, if they are weak in phonological awareness, they're going to not be able to decode, and they're not going to be a skilled reader. So they're interwoven. Now what else you can do is you can also 2 reading strategies. One is a read aloud, where simply the teacher is going to ask on the student and the student is going to read aloud. Another is a partnered reading, or a student will be partnered with another student or another teacher, and they are going to be reading. So this is going to help the student. Usually it would be a good idea to pair up a strong reader with a weaker reader so that the stronger reader could help out the weaker reader. Now, there are a few things you should do. You should create an online digital library so students can have access to the books home, so they can foster a learning environment, and it can foster the excitement into children wanting to learn to read. Another is creating a quiet area with bean bags, some greenery, so that students will be in a relaxing environment. Maybe play some light classical music as well, because studies have shown that students listening to classical music receive better test scores. The next is going over some strengths and weaknesses. The strengths are, I identified and defined all of the required information, but the weaknesses, I did not have as many visual aids as I wanted. And over here are the references, and this was a very enjoyable presentation. I learned a lot from the science of reading and Scarborough's Reading Rope.